All right, let's bring in Fox News contributor and constitutional law attorney Jonathan Turley. Jonathan, thanks for joining us on this Monday. What did you make of the two rulings today? There's this, media cannot be a third party to a criminal case, and then there's also they're going to release some redacted, some unredacted documents from Tyler Robinson's, I think it was his October hearing.
Well, the judge is being very deliberative, as is his reputation, and he's coming down exactly where he needs to come down. He's balancing these interests. He said, look, the media does have an interest here. The public has a right to access, not just under federal law, but under state law. And so he's going to give access to these hearing transcripts. There will be some redactions, which is exactly where he needed to go. Now, the assumption is that he will allow cameras in the courtroom. Judging from his past statements, I would think so, but it's ultimately his call.
We are expecting a ruling on that in early February on camera access. One of our colleagues, Donna Rotuno, has argued that if you want to help quell the media circus, if you want to try and help rein in some of the chaos surrounding this trial, at least politically across the country, one way to do that is to give everybody full access to ground zero, to what is transpiring in that courtroom. What do you make of that?
Well, I think that's true. But there's also a long tradition in the United States. The framers wanted trials to be public for a reason. They wanted the public to be able to see justice being done. It's pretty archaic to say, well, if you wait for days in line, maybe you'll be one of a couple dozen people in the courtroom, when everyone could be able to be part of that public trial. And I think that it's very important for the public to see this. Look, the evidence against Robinson is overwhelming. That is, the prosecutors could lose on every suppression fight and virtually keep only 10% of this evidence and probably still secure an easy conviction. So the evidence is overwhelming. What Erica is facing, and certainly the Turning Point staff are facing, are these really vile conspiracy theories that really only having this type of transparency is going to effectively knock down. We do need this exposure. I think the judge should consider that. This was, even though there's two parties in the case, as he noted, there's a reason why prosecutors stand up and say the people are ready to present their case. Because a political assassination is a crime against the people, against the public. And they should see justice being done, and they should see the facts.
I want to ask you about this other major case we're following, that of the would-be or failed D.C. pipe bomber Brian Cole, who set up these bombs outside RNC and DNC headquarters right around the time that Congress was certifying the 2020 election. He is now, in a latest sort of batch of court documents that have been made public, making the case that none of this was political. He has never really cared much for politics, hasn't ever even really heard of politics. Why do you think his team of attorneys is advising him to go down this route?
Well, there's not really a very good path for him. It's much like the Robinson defense. The evidence here seems to be mounting by the day, including incriminating statements reportedly made after his arrest. He's not going to have a very good shot at arguing insanity. He was obviously very functional. But the real takeaway from this is a warning to those people who are ratcheting up the rhetoric and rage. These are the type of people who can be triggered by that.
All right, Jonathan, we have to leave it there, but could talk to you all afternoon long. Thanks for taking time with us today.
Thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.